Hey guys, it's Nasty Nate here, bringing you a battle versus my guy Ksethi. Should be a pretty good one. Swatch. I sent on my Rotom because I just EV trained this Rotom. It's pretty bulky, and I want to try it out in the set. And he sends out his Crobat, and I can already see where this is going. One of two ways. He's either going to be a U-turner or an air slasher, and he does U-turn, so I'm I'm thinking he doesn't carry the move Toxic. Then he sends out his Azelf. I go for a free sub because it's always good just to get a free sub. And to my surprise, he goes for a U-turn. Like, is his whole team just going to be U-turners now? I don't know. We'll see. And so I make the mistake of going for a Shadow Ball here, thinking that it wasn't going to be another U-turner. And the Shadow Ball doesn't do much to Crobat because I have some special attack investment, but not a whole lot. And I make another mistake here that cost my Rotom. I went for the Thunderbolt thinking this guy's not going to Volt Switch again. Or not Volt Switch, but U-turn again. And he does. And I might have been able to one-hit KO this Azelf if I had just went for the safe Shadow Ball again, but stupid me making a stupid play. Oh well, have to live with it. And his Azelf goes for another U-turn, KOs my Rotom here. And I waited to see what he sent in, and he sent in his Crobat, which I'm not afraid of. His Crobat isn't really going to do that much damage to my team, except for if they run that U-turn on my Latios. So I just brought in Haxorus because I'm going to set up on it. And so he went for the U-turn, and I go for a Dragon Dance because this Haxorus's attack is maxed out. And now if I Dragon Dance, it'll be even better. Plus Life Orb on this thing, and now he'll outspeed everything on this team. And so I go for the Cross Chop, and I was like, it's not gonna one hit KO Ferrothorn because the Cross Chop wouldn't one hit KO my Ferrothorn, but it does. It one hit KOs the Ferrothorn. I take the Iron Barb damage, not too well. And then he goes into Hydreigon, and I'm like, why would you go into that? I just showed you a fighting move, and I'm a dragon. And you're not going to outspeed me even if you have a Scarf, so I don't know what he was thinking, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Let's see, it was maybe like Choice Scarf, but I don't even know if he would be faster than. But then I just Dragon Claw, knock it out. He goes into his Crobat, and I'm gonna Dragon Claw again. It's just a safe bet, and because it 4 times resists fighting type moves, so easily knocks it out with the Dragon Claw. Then he's gonna go into a Nidoking, and I'm not sure if I can one hit KO it with the Dragon Claw, and I know it resists the fighting type. So I just go for the safe Dragon Claw, and I knew it would take me out if I just went for another Dragon Dance. And it lives with just a little bit of health, so he Earthquakes me. Good job, Haxorus. You did your job. You took out its leads and all of its annoying Pokemon. So I go into Latios, and I go for the Dragon Pulse just to get rid of this Nidoking, because Nidokings tend to be a problem sometimes. I don't know what set he's running, but could end up being a problem. And he sends in Azelf as a switch in for Deathwater because I don't think he really wanted his Nidoking to die just yet. So I knock it out, and he goes into an Infernape. And I'm like, okay, he sent in a Fire type. Don't tell me this is going to be another U-turner, but it is. And I go for a substitute, and now I'm gonna start to set up because there's nothing besides that U-turn that can touch me. And if he was smart, instead of keeping the Nidoking in, he would have went back to Infernape and U-turned and broke my sub earlier, and at least been able to get damage in on my Latios, because I'm down to pretty low health. And he's going to go for a Focus Punch, thinking that Nidokings are usually have pretty good attacks. This would probably break my sub, and I have no defense investment, so, and it doesn't break my sub, and so I'm just going to keep setting up here and use this Focus Punch, and it doesn't break my sub, and I'm like, what? I was like, I know I resisted, but it should still be strong enough to break my sub, but that's okay, because I'm just going to keep setting up, get 2 Calm Minds in. Now I'm at +2 special attack, +2 special D, and now my Latios is prime and ready to sweep. So pretty much from here, I knew this was good game, because he doesn't have a Ferrothorn anymore, and he can't take my hits like that. So he breaks my sub on this turn, and I'm gonna Dragon Pulse just to knock it out, because now I'm sure with +2 I'll easily knock it out and knock everything else out on this team. Actually, he switches here. He goes into his Infernape, thinking I was going to keep setting up and that he would get to U-turn. He should have did this way earlier, and he might have taken out my Latios. What am I saying? By the way, guys, this is my first narration, so kind of just testing it out. So I'll probably get better as I go on. And after I knock out this Infernape, though, he sends back out his Nidoking, which pretty just much good game. This is, I don't know. It was a good battle. I got afraid for a while, but I don't know. But you guys can comment, like, subscribe, and you can PM me to a battle on here.